Number 1, don't be a dick. You're not above it. Here's some advice for new managers or team leads in any industry, but specifically in tech and mostly dev teams for programmers. Here we go. Number 1, your devs don't work for you, man or woman. You work for them. If you're moving into a management role because you get excited by the idea of people working for you, stop it. Go work at a restaurant or something. This isn't about you anymore. It's about your team now. It's like becoming a parent. I know, I have 5 kids, so I know what I'm talking about. Okay, that's a lie. I don't have any kids. But it's now all of a sudden about all the people that you manage. And there's a practical reason for that. Their success means your success. You need them to win. So you have to make sure everything you do serves that purpose. And you gotta make sure you help them do their jobs, period. Don't be a dick, you're not above it. Number 2, you're gonna get into more arguments. People who end up in leadership positions usually have strong personalities. That's how they end up as leaders in the first place. They're fairly opinionated and pretty confident, generally speaking. So as a manager or lead, you'll end up dealing more and more with other leaders who have their own management style. So leadership meetings end up becoming kind of difficult. Your peers are now suddenly a lot more alpha. So be open-minded and get comfortable speaking your mind in these difficult management situations. Even if it takes you time to get there, have an opinion. Build your own point of view and speak it. That's why you're there. Just make sure you're not full of shit. Make sure you know what you're talking about. 3, this is a big one. Show up early and leave late. You need to read a book called Leaders Eat Last by Simon Sinek. When you decide to move to a leadership position, you now have some self-imposed responsibilities. Comes with the territory. This one's really important, but actually nobody really tells you about it. But if you want the respect of your team, you have to earn it. You need to show up. You need to be available. You need to be available to them as much as possible. And you can't leave before everybody else. You need to set an example for your team members that ownership is not just a cute word or some idea. It's a practical skill you demonstrate every single day. That's how you earn their respect. Hold on, coffee break. Yummy. Number 4, make time for your team individually. Meet with them regularly and often. And don't you dare reschedule or cancel unless you absolutely have to. Unless you're going to the hospital, do not reschedule. These meetings matter to people. They're depending on you and they want to impress you. Let them. This is such a big one for me. If you do this, you will become the one boss they'll always remember. I promise you. All you got to do is show up and ask, how are you? You'll be amazed how much they'll share with you. Make it as formal or as informal as they want. Some people like meetings, some people like coffee, some people like lunch. Just notice what they respond to best and just adjust from there. They don't have to like you to work with you, but they do have to like you to follow your lead. This is actually my own quote. I didn't steal it from anywhere. So original ColorCode.io. I'm gonna repeat it. We don't have to like each other to work together, but I do have to like you to follow your lead. Damn, that's good. Number 5, stay technical. Stay informed about your domain. Do your homework, man. You need to stay on top of your craft, whatever it is that your team does. So make sure as a lead, you have a general idea about what's going on in your industry and what's hot these days, what are people doing, what's new. It's so easy to fall behind and become out of touch. Resist it. Take time to read Hacker News or JavaScript Weekly or whatever you like. Just stay on top of it. It goes a long way. It is our craft after all. Hold on, coffee break number 2. Number 6, on the contrary, I've seen some technical managers put too much stress on themselves about knowing absolutely everything. You don't have to know everything. You're gonna suck at a lot of things. And guess what? This is the worst part. Less experienced developers are gonna be better at certain things than you. And it sucks. But it's okay. Don't get nervous or frustrated. This isn't a competition. And don't even think about reacting emotionally. It's the name of the game. Embrace everyone's skills. Encourage them. And make sure they know that you know that they're good. And number 7, you're moving into this role because someone decided you are pleasant enough to work with and that they can trust you with other people. You're probably a good communicator, so they gave you the job to lead other people. It's a privilege. Don't take it for granted. Few people get this opportunity, and you are one of them. Put it to good use. So that's it. These are my basic leadership guidelines for now. If you do these, you are 90% there. You are already ahead of a lot of people, but they are worth nothing unless you try them and get your hands dirty. You have to do it and learn from your own experiences too. Find your management style and then slowly add your own flavor to it. By flavor, I mean little things that are specific to you. One of the things I like to do is I like to play the favorite music of the person that I'm meeting with on a one-on-one. Doesn't work for everybody, and not everybody cares about music, but if you have somebody who has a specific taste, you can have that in the background when you guys chat and you give them some personal attention. It goes a long, long way. If you ever want to talk about your challenges, just hit me up. I want to wish you luck on your journey as a new manager. It's a lot of fun. Until next time, cheers.